Hello everybody, it is other conservative coin collector. Welcome back to my channel. And there has been one thing that has been floating around my mind recently. The United States presidents. With the passing of Jimmy Carter and Donald Trump being inaugurated to be the 47th president of the United States, which, as you can clearly see, I am very excited about. Presidents have been on my mind recently. And presidents actually pertain to coin collecting, and both histories collide. Because think of how many presidents are on our legal tender. And that also begs the question, what does one have to do in order to be put on a penny, or a dime, or a nickel, or a quarter? Like, take for example the penny. I have a penny I want to show you. Take for example this penny I want to show you. Oh, it's not going to show up on camera. I've looked at it here. It's 1912, but it has Lincoln's face on it. You're probably wondering, what did Lincoln do to get his face on the penny? Well, that's a whole different story. The other reason Lincoln's on the penny is because they were redoing the penny in 1909, and it was 1908, and it was Lincoln's 100th birthday, and there's a whole other story other than that. But the first biggest thing you have to do to get put on the penny is make a very big impact on the history of the United States. You have to make a significant impact. Like Lincoln freed the slaves, George Washington, the first president. Or take, for example, the women's quarters program. Sally Ride made a lot of significant contributions to NASA and the space program. Or Harriet Tubman was actually going to be on the $20 bill, but I think they killed it, and Jackson is still going to be on the $20 bill. But they wanted to put Harriet Tubman in Jackson's place because she helped free slaves and was a big part of the Underground Railroad. So people who have made a big impact on history and United States history in general, that is one requirement to be on a piece of currency. Other than Trump and his novelty silver rounds that you could never spend to begin with. The second requirement is you are never going to see yourself on a piece of legal currency if you do get qualified. Because in order to be qualified, you have to be dead. You have to be 6 feet in the ground and with Jesus. That was passed in 1866, the law that requires everyone to be on a piece of legal currency has to be dead. The technical term is the technical bill was the 1866 Act of Congress. So for the last 160 years, you have to have been dead to be on the currency. And in the case of the presidential dollar coins, you have to be dead for at least 5 years. So take, for example, George H.W. Bush. He passed in 2018, and he got his portrait on the U.S. dollar coins in 2023. 2018 and 2023 are 5 years apart. So that means for the case of the recent most deceased president, Jimmy Carter, he's not going to get himself a coin until like 2029 or 2030 at the latest. So you have to be dead for at least 5 years. And the crazy part is, with Carter's passing, all the presidents that are still living have been president in my lifetime, in the last 25 years. I was born under Bill Clinton, then there was W. Bush, Obama, Trump, Biden, Trump again. So there have been 6, technically 5 presidents in my lifetime, and they are the only presidents to still be living. The presidents that died in my lifetime are Reagan, Ford, and Carter. And pre-Reagan, the last president to die would have been Richard Nixon in '94. And then you're going to have to go all the way back to Johnson in the '70s. So it's a little bit of morbid but cool facts on the presidents and when they passed. Those are some of the requirements to be on U.S. currency. But in the end, who is the one that decides who is on the dollar bills and the coins? Who makes that ultimate decision? The Secretary of Treasury has the ultimate decision to make on the faces on our currency. The current Secretary of Treasury, as of recording this pre-Trump being inaugurated, is Janet Yellen. But that is going to be changing to Scott Bessent. He is going to be Trump's pick for Secretary of Treasury. So either one of those people would have the final say if the face of the dollar bill got changed. Now, the U.S. government being what it is, you can have an idea to change the face of the bill, but there's a whole lot of bureaucracy that goes into it, and let's just say it would take years, if not decades, to pass something because of the way our government is currently being run. I got one more cool little tidbit on the dollar bill specifically. You may think to yourself that on the dollar bills are all former presidents, but au contraire. Most of the appearances on the dollar bills are, or were, presidents rather. Like on the 5 is Abraham Lincoln, on the 20 is Andrew Jackson, and on the 50 was Grant. All 3 presidents. And George Washington is on the 1. But on the $10 bill was Alexander Hamilton, and on the $100 bill is Ben Franklin. Franklin and Hamilton were never U.S. presidents. And Benjamin Franklin was actually a contender for being the first U.S. president, but he was already very old by the time George Washington took his first term in the 1780s, 80 something or other. 1789. And Benjamin Franklin was 26 years older than George Washington. So, give their birth years, do the math. That is going to be the end of today's video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and hit the bell icon. And until next time, I'm signing off. I'm the Conservative Coin Collector. Thank you all for watching. Bye.